Finding one's purpose can often be described as discovering a purpose that guides your life. It's about connecting with something greater than yourself, finding a cause that resonates deeply with your personal beliefs and passions. Today, we are going to be exploring what it means to find a purpose, how to identify it, and the impact it can have on your life. Let's start by, understanding what purpose means. It is not just about what you do. Purpose is not just about, oh, I'm a teacher, or I'm a lawyer, or I'm a musician. It is about why you do what you do. I hope that makes sense. Let me say it again. Purpose is not just about what you do, it is about why you do what you do. It is the driving force that gives meaning to our actions and gingers. Is ginger the word? Okay, it is the driving force that gives meaning to our actions and fuels our motivations. One of the questions I've been asked a lot is, how do I find my purpose? I hear statements like, you seem to always know what you're doing. You know, I'm sure some of us can relate to that. Sometimes even I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, truth be told, how do I explain this? I knew what I wanted, and I knew who I wanted to be at at that present time, at that particular time. But I just did not want to be seen as someone that was clueless, or I did not just to be someone without a goal or an ambition, or someone just living life on default. That's what I can say. If you ask me, that's what I can say. Just do as you're led at the present. What seems true to you, or what seems like this is my inner passion, or this is what motivates me. This is my personal belief. I just do as I'm led to. I do it as it bugs my spirit. I do it as it inspires me or gingers me. I feel like it's what I'm supposed to be doing right now, and that's number one. Just do as you're led. Some of us, we overthink it and we're like, oh, maybe I need to have a dream. I need to go and research. I know what I was doing as a child, ask my parents. It is not that hard, really, because it is what you've been called to. It is what is original to you at the core of your being. Yeah. So just do as you're led to. What's that thing that is really, really on your inside? What's that? Do you get it? Yeah, so you need to look for that. Number two is something I heard an older person say, and he said, stay in your missionary role and your where you stay in your missionary role where you are, and your visionary role will appear. I'm going to say that again. Stay in your missionary role where you are, and your visionary role will appear. What that means is, whatever or wherever you are working on another person's vision, stay there, do it well. Or you feel like, I don't know what I've been called to, I don't know my purpose, I don't know, but you know where you are right now. You know that job you're doing right now. You know that visionary, that volunteering position you're taking right now, or which other options, right? You know what you're doing right now, so just do it. Do that one well. Do it well. Do it like it is yours. Do it like it is God that places in your hands, because it's God that places in your hand. That office job, do it like it's yours. That volunteering, do it like it is yours. That internship, do it like it is yours, like it is your vision, like it is your plan, like it's your purpose. Right? Remember the saying that whatever your hand finds to do, do it well. Exactly. You do it with all your might and with all your hearts, right? You do it with all your might and with all your heart. And then you find what you are really called to do. Knock on the door of your heart, because you're focused on something. You're focused on, what can I do? How best can I handle the situation? How best I can I do this job? How can I make this better? When you're effective and intentional about the work that you're doing, you would find what you've been called to do. It's either you find out that this place, I'm not supposed to be here. This is what I really need to do. This is what gives me joy. This is what I feel like my spirit is calling me to do. Or you find out what you need to do to move on from where you are. Do you get it? Or you find out that, I like this place, there's something for me here. This is not how I would do it, right? Maybe I would do this better. Does that make sense? Some of us are always like, I feel like I'm always confused, because at this point I feel like I'm called to do this, I'm called to do that. Some of us already know this is what I'm going to do in my life. Some of us have to uncover it in assignments, step one, step two, step three. Follow me, is going to make sense. When you're effective and intentional in the work that you're doing, you would find that what you've been called to do, you would either find that this is a place for you, or this is not the place for you. This is what you can do to make things better. This is how you need to branch off. Or you see that this is not the thing for me. What else can I do? What is calling to the deep of my deep? All I can say is that you can never find your purpose if you're not in tune with your spirit. You will not. You will not. You have to be in tune with your spirit. You just be like someone that is moving from pillar to post. If you're not asking yourself the right questions, if you're not asking God the right questions, God reveal things to me. You won't get it. You won't get the right answers. You won't be able to identify the life that God is calling you to live. And in this situation, a common challenge that most of us have is the noise of external expectations, expectations from society, expectations from family, expectations from friends. We feel like maybe my father is an engineer and he has mentored me in the engineering space or groomed me to be an engineer, or my friends are telling me that tech is the way now. I have to be a tech bro, a tech sis, or the society is saying, oh, you have to be on social media right now. Influencers are the one making the money now. So, that's what you need to do. You need to be an influencer. As there is no downside to everything that I've said or the examples that I've said, right? But we are not all called to function in the same capacity. We are not all called to function in the same capacity. So do not let external expectations, things that happen in society, influence you to deviate from what is true to yourself. As I said, you have to be in tune with your spirit so that even when you're deviating and you don't find peace, you're able to ask the right questions. Why am I not finding peace? What is going on? What is this trouble in my soul for? And then you dig deep and then you find that this is not the path for you. So it still boils down to being in tune with your spirit and asking yourself the right questions. And I know that society has some opinions on what a success should look like. But it's important for you to differentiate what others want for you and what you want for yourself. So, what others want for you, what you want for yourself. So, it is very important. You have to differentiate it. You have to be able to identify what you want for yourself. Are you doing this because this is what you've been called to do? Or are you doing this because society says this is what you should do? Or your father or your mother says this is what you should do? Your friends are telling you, guy, now do it be this now. So you have to, follow through. So you need to ask yourself the right questions and it will save you a lot of stress instead of instead of moving in this direction for like 10 years. If you ask yourself the right questions in 10 months, you know that this is not what I'm supposed to do. Or in 10 weeks, you know that this is not where it's for me. I need to move. Does that make sense to you? So before I end today's podcast, it's never too late. It is never too late to pivot. It is never too late to stay true to your calling. Purpose evolves, assignment along the way evolves. Maybe you've been called to help children, give them education or necessary skills that they need for the next phase of their life. You can start as a primary school teacher, and then from there, the next thing you're a principal or head teacher. Is he a teacher? I don't know. Of a primary school teaching, yeah, head teacher or principal of a primary school. Next thing, you open your own school where or maybe you realize when you're a teacher or a primary school teacher, you notice some irregularities in the system, and this is how you know you can change things. You go on ahead to open your own school, and then when you open your own school, you're like, I love the impact you're making. Can we open like four more branches in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west? Okay, this is making so much sense. Can we open more branches all over? And then your work is getting recognized. And from one ministerial appointment to another, or you're going on speaking engagements, or you're telling people this is how we need to train our children, this is how we need to equip our children. I've been doing this for the past 20 years. This is track record I have. Like you see that at different stages of your life, you're in a different position. You start as a teacher, you move to a head teacher, you move to a proprietor, you move to a thought leader, and then you're inspiring others. and then you move to a minister of children affairs. I don't know, but I'm just trying to paint a picture to explain it, right? I'm just trying to explain how purpose evolves. Like I said, it's not too late. You can discover it at any point in life. The point is when you discover it, you have to take steps in the right direction. Take step to what feels like and remain open to expanding your vision, expanding your purpose. Like I said, you could start as a primary school teacher, right? You could start there, but you need to be open to know where you need to move on or what the next phase of your purpose holds for you so that you can make a little more impact than you were doing as a primary school teacher. So we need to be open to know where the journey is taking us or where the journey can take us. Don't limit it to where you are presently. Open your mind where to see where you need to move on, how you need to move on. Again, you have to be tuned with your spirit because your spirit will tell you you've been doing this for a while. This is the next phase of action for you. You need to step up. You need to do this. You need to move cities. We know in parts, but the more we commit to doing the things that we've been called to, the more we are being effective, intentional, in the little that we know now, the more things will be revealed to us. If you do level one well, you progress to level two. The lessons you learn in level one will help you do better in level two. The lessons you learn in level two will help you do better in level three. So that's the hack. Be faithful, be in tune with your spirit, ask the right questions. And yeah, I hope you've learned something today. Thank you for tuning with Living Life with Tara podcast today. And if you found value in today's episode, do not forget to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, leave us a review. When you leave us a review, you're telling the algorithm that this is a good podcast. And so every other person, the algorithm gets to show it to other people that are interested in something like this. Yes, so I'll see you next episode. Go both in the direction of your dreams and live the life you imagine.